What up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your September 2019 love reading. This is gonna resonate for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you don't know what that is, go to Google, type in your natal chart. It's natal chart. Type in all the information that it asks, and you'll see it'll give you this big chart. It's your astrology birth chart and has all these different signs and meanings and planets and all this stuff. So say more than likely you're a Sagittarius sun sign, look at your moon. Okay, see what it says for moon. If it says you're a Leo moon, go look at the Leo reading, it might resonate. If it says you're a Scorpio Venus, go look at the Scorpio sign, it might resonate. Your rising sign will be the ascendant, that's what it'll come up as. So that could be a Capricorn, go look at the Capricorn reading, right? Doing 12 card Celtic cross, Sagittarius in love, what's going on in their love life? 5 shuffles, 1. Glad to be back doing tarot. 2. I missed it for a while. Oh, nope. Sagittarius, 12 card Celtic cross, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And last shuffle. It's always so satisfying to watch. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what we got here. All right, so your current situation, you have death in the reverse. So there are 2 ways to look at death in the reverse. It can either be whatever situation this is, you're not ending it, you're not letting it end, right? You're trying to keep it going. Or it could be you yourself are having an inner transformation, right? Because death talks about transformations, and death in the reverse talks about an inner transformation within yourself, right? Opposing that, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands talks about like being very passionate and standing in your power and like knowing what you want, having like these grand visions of the future. So it could be that like you're not letting this end because like you see longevity in it, you see the long-term potential in it, right? Or you're having an internal transformation within yourself because you see the longevity in that. You see like the long-term plan or like the long-term benefits of having an inner transformation and changing yourself for the better, right? Notifications, awesome. So in the past, you have the Tower. Whatever happened in this relationship or this partnership, whatever, there was a Tower moment. The best way to describe the Tower for anybody that doesn't know, it's you start building a tower, but like you build it on sand, right? It's not a steady foundation, right? So you just keep building, and it just keeps going and going until all of a sudden, like the sand gives way and like the tower comes crashing down. And it's a life-changing moment, and it's like basically like a horrible, destructive moment, but it's for the highest of good, right? I always get burps whenever I do readings. So it's like a really shitty, like life-changing moment or like really shitty situation, but it all happens for a higher purpose, right? For the greater good, whether you might not see it in the moment, but it's for a good reason. Okay. Your goal here is the World in reverse. So the World in reverse, that talks about not closing a chapter, keeping going and like settling unfinished business. Or the World in reverse talks about there being unfinished business. So maybe with that being your goal, it's you're trying to settle this unfinished business, you're trying to resolve it, whatever. But this also just goes along with your current situation of death in the reverse, where you don't want this to end because the world is the closing and the completion of a cycle, right? So it's like you want to keep that cycle open. You're trying to keep that cycle going. You don't want it to end. I'm going to take it as you're trying to, I just said it. What is it? Wow. You're trying to like resolve this unfinished business, right? Because what's driving that is why did I say that? Is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like you're no longer juggling what you want. Like you understand what it is that you want from this, and you understand like, yeah, that's kind of the best way I would put it, is like you're not juggling, you're not up and down like trying to figure out like weigh the pros and cons of it, blah blah blah. You're like, no, I kind of want to see this through, like solve whatever's like being solved. Like I'm making up my mind to like really do this, right? So now can't talk. Your near future, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune talks about basically like the cycle of life. That's how I view it, is like the wheel of life, right? It's either working for you or it's working against you. Now, in your near future, you have it in the reverse, so it's like it's working against you, like the wheel's not turning. It's either not turning or it's working against you. So whatever's going on in the situation that's not ending, that you see longevity in, it's not going anywhere in your near future, right? It could either be a negative thing for you, or it could just kind of be stalled for whatever reason. So your internal influence, which is going on like within you, is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of commitment, but it's also a card of going with the status quo, following the, what's the word? It's like institutions, and like following like the rules, kind of like not like stepping out of line. It's like doing what you're supposed to do, not trying to rock the boat, like just following the rules pretty much, right? So that's you right now. Now, externally, your external energy, which is outside of you, which I always view it as the other person, they have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I can either see as this person releasing, okay? So they're either releasing you, or they're dropping their guard. Because the Four of Pentacles, give me the card. As you can see, he's guarded. He's like holding on to the pentacle. Like, no, I don't want to lose this. Like, this is mine. Like, no, this is my comfort zone. I'm gonna stay here, right? And reverse talks about dropping your guard and opening up, right? But again, it can also be holding on, releasing. Apply it to your situation. Remember, this is a general love reading, so there are millions of Sagittarius in the world, so it's not going to resonate to every single one of you, right? If it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, don't try and force it to resonate. Not your story. It's for somebody else, okay? Like I said, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. They may resonate more. Again, with these fucking burps. All right. So your hope is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands talks about confidence, and like reestablishing like a sense of self, and like power and confidence, and knowing who you are, and just regaining that confidence. It's a big card of confidence, and that's how I've always read it. So like your hope is to regain confidence either in this situation, within yourself, whatever, right? But your fear, and this came up, who'd this come up for? This came up for Scorpio. Yeah, this came out for Scorpio. Your fear is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is like the fruitless victory. It's like fighting to know, and swords are mental energy, okay? So it's like fighting or arguing with someone to a point where it's like you're not trying to compromise, you're just trying to win. And it's like gets to the point where the person just gives up. Like, it's not that they think you won, it's that they just literally don't see a point anymore. They're like, there's no point in fighting for this anymore. Like, I'm done, right? So that's like what your fear is. Like, you're afraid that like either you're going to keep fighting and they're just going to give up, or you're afraid that they're going to keep fighting and always have to be right to the point where you just give up and you're like, I just can't do this, right? Because you see, look at his face. He's got a smirk, like kind of like a sly, like, fuck you, I won, right? But then like the other guys, like they just threw their swords down. Like they're not hurt. I mean, they're upset, sure, but they're not stabbed. They just threw their swords down. They're just like, fuck this. Like, it's not even worth it anymore. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of either this person just walking away and giving up, or you're afraid of like you just walking away and giving up, right? So what you do have, and you got to know the the near future card and the outcome cards, these are changeable. Okay, I could do a Sagittarius read in 10 minutes and it could be completely different, right? It all just depends on like what you're manifesting. Your thoughts manifest your reality. So if the Wheel of Fortune, the way I'm going to see it right now, just because your outcome is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles talks about equal give and take. It's also the card of Libra, so you might be dealing with a Libra. But it talks about equal give and equal give and take, like charity, giving, receiving, but just balance. Overall, it's like the biggest thing I take is equal give and take and balance. So whatever's going on with this person, it's going to be balanced. That's your outcome. It's going to be a balanced situation. You're not going to be overextending. Yeah, I'm going to go with overextending. You're not going to be overextending yourself. They're not going to be overextending themselves. You're not going to be like underextending. They're not going to be underextending. It'll be balanced, right? It'll be equal. So no one like feels like they're giving to more or less, whatever. So in the near future, I'm not going to say that this means this is bad. I'm not going to say that the wheel's turning against you here. I think it just means the wheel's just kind of staying where it's at, right? Because right now, I'm not really seeing anything bad, more or less. Yeah, not really. Like the reading doesn't seem bad. It's just like the situation's kind of just stalled, and you're trying to keep it from ending, and you're trying to resolve whatever issues were in the past. Because there was this tower moment in the past, and your goal is to fix this unresolved, or to fix this open cycle, like whatever's hasn't been resolved from. How did I word it before? God damn it! Like I keep having memory blanks. This is annoying. Unfinished business. Like you want to resolve this unfinished business. Like whatever happened in the past. Like I'm sure there's something that's carrying on, and you're trying to resolve it. And it's saying, like your near future, which could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month, but it's near, right? So just assume, apply it to your story. Near future is, I think it's just going to stay where it's at. And again, this could change, but I don't think it's turning against you. I don't think it's anything bad. I think it's just, there's no like forward progression. It's kind of just going to stay stagnant where it's at right now. So that's up to you to change, really. Either by letting this end, having that inner transformation, or resolving whatever this unfinished business is, right? That's another one. For the World card in reverse, it talks about seeking personal closure, right? So you could just be trying to get personal closure on like this tower moment in the past, and just like trying to just resolve it and get past it, like for yourself, right? But just know your outcome with this person is equal give and take, and balance. Your advice here is the Emperor. The Emperor talks about standing in your own power and knowing who the fuck you are, and just kind of, the Emperor is really like about control, and I kind of want to say this is like just control yourself in the situation, because if you're following the status quo, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And this person is either releasing or they're letting their guard down. Like just remain in control of yourself, right? Just continue following the status quo, but don't let anybody walk all over you, right? Like he's an emperor. He knows who the fuck he is. He knows he has the control. He knows he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But he's not an asshole about it. He's just gonna sit there and be like, all right, yeah, do you. But if you try and walk all over me, fuck you. All my wrath and all my power and control is gonna come down on you, right? He has everything he wants, so he knows he has that power. Remain in your power. Stand your ground. Know who the fuck you are, and remain in control of who you are and what you can control. I wouldn't say try and control the situation, right? Also, so under the deck you have, or at the bottom of the deck you have Two of Swords in reverse. The bottom of the deck talks about like the undertone of the entire reading. So with the Two of Swords in reverse here, it's like either a stalemate, which that would make sense. It talks about a stalemate and not being able to decide what to do, because you see she's sitting here, she's holding two swords, she's trying to decide which one she wants. She's blindfolded because she's just going by weight and which one feels right. In the reverse, it talks about either a complete stalemate where you have no clue what to do, or it talks about knowing exactly what you want. So again, apply it to your situation, right? Like I said, what's driving you here like to finish this unclosed cycle or this unfinished business, or to gain this personal closure, whatever it is, you already, like, you're not juggling anymore. You know what it is that you want, right? And this is just kind of confirming it. It's another 2 in reverse. Like, you know what you want, right? Or it could be a stalemate. Both go hand in hand, and both make sense to me. But again, apply it to your situation. Okay? So, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. It's kind of bland reading. It's like, seems like a lot of stalemate energy. But just remain in control of yourself and who you are. Don't overexert yourself. Just follow the status quo. Don't try and fuck things over. Don't try and, like, push anything anyway. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Remain in your power. Don't let anybody walk all over you. Like, that's the main message I got here. So again, that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, don't try and make it resonate. It's not for you. It's not your story. If you did like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment, tell me what you didn't like, whatever. Share, subscribe, do all that cool, fun stuff. All right. And I will see you next week for your general reading, which it could be a continuation of this, or it could just be a random fucking reading about your career, about your family, about some situation that's going on in your life, right? So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys in the next reading.